Good afternoon, YouTube viewers and subscribers. Today I've got the Merco 49 engine here that I got a couple days ago in a trade. I wanted to take a look inside of this engine. It was traded to me under the pretense of it being a new in box engine, and as I was looking at it, I don't really think that it is new in box. To me it looks like it's been run, and this is not. I've already looked at this engine, taken the head off. I've left the head off basically. There's just some days where I just don't feel like doing things in front of a camera, and the other day was one of them. So again, we saw this in the trade box video, the paperwork that came with this engine. So I just want to take a quick look at this engine here. Now, one of the things that I noticed right away was when I took it out of the box the first time, and I've already replaced the rear plug, was that it didn't come with matched plugs. So I would expect a new in-box engine to either have two matched plugs or no plugs at all. But an engine of this vintage, I also kind of expect it to have been run at the factory. And typically they run them at the factory, they do one time. But it was just some things about this that we'll get into here that just indicated to me that maybe this has got more runtime on it than advertised, and part of that is right here. There's looks like some caster residue there. I mean, everything has just kind of got a little bit of a caster residue on it. So I'm gonna, like I said, I've already taken the screws out of this. I'm just gonna take this off real quick and show you a couple things here. This is not a Schnurl ported engine. So if you look here, let me move this out of the way. There's just an awful lot of residue on these screws. They were really snug in there anyway. Now if you look at the top of the head, it looks like it's got a bit more runtime than one run on it. Now don't get me wrong, I am thrilled to have this engine. I'm really excited, and I'm not going to take the rear cover off just because these screws, to me, they look and they feel like somebody's been in here before already, because I've never seen cross-point screws that are just so wide and kind of wallered looking already. These already feel like that, and one of the screw heads on the top of this head is pretty much already stripped out. So, you know, all of these things together tell me that this is not a new in-box engine. So I don't even really want to take these off. It was a big enough risk just to take the head off, because since this was made in the UK, I have a really sneaky suspicion that these are BA threads, British threads, which of course are damn near impossible to find. And I've already, like I said, one of these head screws is already really messed up. It was very hard just to get it loose. So I don't have BA thread screws here, so I can't really replace them. So I'm kind of somewhat disappointed at this point with this. But so the thing that's really interesting about this is it's got these three really long screws and it's got three short screws. That tells me that this part of the head here probably comes off. I'm not going to pull that off because there's a good chance there's a gasket there, and I don't want to do anything else to this engine other than this quick look, because I really want to just get it out on the stand and run the darn thing, because I have a feeling this is going to be a real barn burner. So I'm super excited to run this engine, but I did want to take a little bit closer look at this, and you know, and that's what this is. So this was a quick look inside, a quick look inside, I guess, of this Merco 49 dual plug engine.